Kayla, how old are you?
27.
Alex?
29.
And how long have you guys been out here lost in Phoenix?
About 8 months. 7, 8 months.
Together for about a year and out on the street for like 8 months.
So 8 months ago, what happened to cause you to come out here?
Just a little bit of arguing.
Yeah.
Mostly blues. Getting money to maintain that habit was hard, losing a job, and we don't panhandle or anything like that. So, I mean, just borrow money and pay it back, or
Getting pallets, and he would get pallets, making money that way. It's an expensive habit for both people, and then also doing G as well. It's between the both. It's like you either have to decide whether, like, you have to start cutting other stuff, like necessities off that, like for instance, like we've had to decide, okay, are we gonna have dinner or are we gonna have blues? So like it just, we went from being in our car to
Are you still in control?
just for the most part, we realize what we're doing. We're trying to get clean, and we just kind of go back and forth, and then it just goes between the two back and forth, and we're trying to break the cycle, and it's hard because there's all of the pills that are out here. It's easy to just pick them up. And
one thing for sure though is we started off with a high number, probably 80, 90. We would run through it like in a day and a half, and once I got with her, I dropped it down to like 15, 20 pills. I stopped smoking cigarettes, all sorts of stuff, and valuing just the little stuff in life, like landing in jail and people asking for peanut butter and all sorts of stuff that out here you sometimes overlook. But I mean, we always tell each other like, oh, I want to actually have stuff and own stuff this time, and it's family don't want you around because of the blues, so everybody literally starts pushing you aside, thinking you're gonna steal or stuff like that.
Some people tell me that they're out here, that they avoid family because they don't want to bring that burden to their family, so they avoid them. Their family comes out here to look for them, but they hide, they stay away.
It's a little bit of both.
We've been completely honest with our family, and we still visit them and come around. They all say the same thing. They just we're good people. They just want us off of the drug.
Yeah.
I mean,
when do you think that'll happen?
we've been talking about it for about a year, but I really don't know when. When it grabs you, it doesn't let go of you. You really can't do it by yourself. You have to have some type of help with you.
Yeah, you get physically sick, you puke, and you get
shit yourself, like neon green throw up.
Yeah, it's gross, and it's really hard to get off of the drugs without some type of detox medicine or treatment, or you go cold turkey. It's tough being out here in the street trying to cold turkey off of blues being sick. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna use the bathroom, or how are you gonna? It's hot. How are you gonna maintain?
Staying hydrated
and physically comfortable enough to detox.
Do you guys have kids?
Yes.
Yeah. She has 6 kids, and I have 3, and we both have different spouses that we were with before, but somehow we ended up together, and through thick and thin, we still keep our relationship. I mean, sometimes it's hard, but I mean, I know her worth and her value, and she's very special to me. If it wasn't for her, I think a lot of stuff would have been more downhill, or maybe more bad decisions, but she's helped me a lot, tons, with my mental and all sorts of stuff out here.
When's the last time you guys led a normal life?
About 8 months ago. He was working, and we had a trailer, and he would work and come home.
Yeah, we would have a car that would get us around, a trailer. where we could sleep, food. I had a job, so
On those days off, we go to the mall, hang out, do like activities, and go out to eat.
From that lifestyle, right? The American dream, basically, right? Bills, working, dinner, to this 8 months later, right? Out here in the street, you've lost everything. That's how quickly it can turn.
That quickly. Just from being active, there's been times where just being bored could get you hanging around with the wrong people, being curious. I mean,
selling all your valuable stuff for blues because you get sick without them. Like we've sold so much valuable things, like
stuff that it's valuable. Say it would take you a month to get of hard work, a month to get that. You'll let it go for maybe not even half the price just to get well. And I mean, they're so hard to get, but so easy to lose.
Yeah, $200 pairs of Jordans. He's a sneakerhead, and like let go for like 5 blues because like
I've taken off some Jordans off my feet for some guy that wanted them for 10 blues. I took them off and gave them to him and walked barefooted back to my van. So I mean, it makes you do stuff that you wouldn't think you would do. I mean, that's the position that you're always gonna be in. You're always gonna be looking for your next fix, no matter what you have to do. Or
people tell me that when they first started, they enjoyed the high, but now it's not enjoyment. Now it's they have to, if not they're gonna get sick. So it's like you gotta get well every day. So it's like a vicious cycle. Yeah, today I'll try to get off of it, but I can't because I get sick. So here you are, a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about that, like how you get lost in the sauce. You just smoke to get well, and you don't even enjoy it. And it's like slowly your tolerance gets higher and higher and higher, and you know what I mean. You have to smoke more and more and more just for that fix, and you don't even enjoy the high.
Each pill costs about $1, right? Some people might pay $2, some people might pay 50 cents. If you're super pretty, you get them free, right? Do you think that's
nothing in life is free?
Right. There's strings attached, right? Do you think that such a low price, that's good or bad?
Bad, because then it's cheap to get, and more people get hooked on them if they like the high, and eventually it, like, you know what I mean, it can be a bad thing because they're so easy to find. They're everywhere. It's like an epidemic here. Like they're just everywhere all over Phoenix.
For all of the perk heads out there, they're gonna be happy for $1, but I mean, for the community, like, I think it's actually good because they could actually afford them now. Say when they were $5, $10, even $15, you couldn't get 10 pills. You would have to spend $150. That's a whole day of work. You would have to maybe go do beer runs or go pawn something valuable. And now you don't have to go rob nobody or rob any stores. You could just panhandle for a couple dollars, and you have 3 where they're 45 for, say they were $15.
So it's, I guess, for the people that are addicted, good, but for the community, bad. Like everybody cuts down like trees around the all
the landscaping,
and everything's just like tore back. Like
no trespassing everywhere, literally everywhere. You can't go behind any building because they think that you're smoking.
You can't even go into a restroom without them thinking that you're gonna be smoking.
Especially if you're not dressed. Not say like if you're kind of dirty.
If we were to go into the store, like we've gotten pressed for being in the restroom. Like we go to QT and then they're like, "Are you smoking?" And we're not smoking. We're literally using the restroom. We're homeless, like we need to use the restroom. And like QTs and stuff, they automatically judge off the bat or from the jump there, like we're in there smoking. Some of us are respectful enough to not, not do that. Not to smoke around families, not to smoke around children.
Kids, we don't smoke around kids. Kind of in our own little space that we live in. That's mostly what we smoke. Only if we're hurting, but when there's kids around or we pass by kids or we see kids passing by, we won't take out any foil or straws. Like
we don't throw our foils on the ground.
We could see families not bringing their kids out because they see foil or straws, and their kids picking up a piece of foil and asking their mom, "What is this?" And it's just all bad.
But it's understandable with businesses and families, right? Because people do get on the bus and smoke in the bus. People do go into QT restrooms and smoke in there. People do smoke at the bus stop where there's children about trying to get on the bus to go home, for after school. There is foil. There are straws littered all over the sidewalk, all over the ground where little kids are walking from and to school. So you understand that their point, right? I mean, not everybody does that. Where you guys can be respectful and courteous of your neighbors, of families, of children, and be.
We have children ourselves.
Yeah, you understand that, but there's a lot of people that don't, and they don't care, right? Because I think addiction makes people selfish sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Self-centered, and they don't care, especially when you're sick. When you're sick, you don't care about nothing but getting well, right?
Yeah.
So you guys understand both sides, right?
Yeah.
And being parents. How do you feel when you see young people out here? The youngest person I've ever seen was 13 years old.
It's heartbreaking. Like such a strong drug can take, like I had a friend from high school, or actually since like elementary school, and in high school she started popping Percocets instead of smoking them, and now she's just lost it, like completely lost herself. And so it's like heartbreaking to see someone at such a small age starting that, and if they don't stop it while they can, they're going to eventually lose it themselves.
Is it possible you both can get to that point? You'll lose it?
I mean,
when I was about to lose it, I mean, she's always been there, but I mean, when she was in county this last month, it was really hard for me. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you really have to set some goals, and
I think we got lucky before it got to that point for us. Like we've just been around it so much, and to know like our limit, and that we're trying to get slowly but surely working our way back to living a normal lifestyle again.
Yeah, I have a couple of these. When I first tried one, I thought it was like a Xanax, so I literally popped one, and I was drinking at the time, and I would drink with Xanax sometimes. So I popped one and then drank a beer with it, and I dropped to the floor. I was in a person's house, some condos, the BGs on 43rd. I didn't know whose apartment it was, but I brought a friend with me, and the guy's house, he dragged me out of the apartment and left me there. But good thing my friend was with me. He called the ambulance and tried to make me gag, all that stuff, or as much as he could. I heard him yelling while I was like in and out of consciousness, but it was that quick, a couple seconds, and
the doctor even was like, "Are you trying to kill yourself, man?"
I mean, my lips were purple, fingertips were purple, and I mean, all it takes is a bad decision, and
one bad pill.
Can kill, right? What my last question, what advice would you give to young people out there who are thinking about trying these, or somebody offers them these pills? What should they say?
Not even once. Don't even. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. It's not worth it takes away so much. You can go from like having it all, and then having nothing.
I would say I wouldn't even give it to my worst enemy. Just simple like that. Like once it grabs a hold of you, or you're hooked on it, that craving is still there even
after 34 days of being in jail. I still hurt, like I still have achy bones. I still craved it, the smell, the taste, and it's after 34 days, and it's not. And that's coming from somebody that smoked meth for 7 years, and after doing blues, I wasn't even interested in that anymore, and just blues.
Yeah, and people will lose hope in you, and the people that love you the most will lose hope, and they're gonna say like you're always gonna stay like that, you're always gonna be like that. I mean, I hope that's encouragement, but it hurts to hear like a loved one say that there's no coming back, or
they don't trust you. Like even if you ask them for like a couple dollars for a drink, like my mother-in-law, like she'll just say like it's just for drugs. I know you guys just want it for drugs, and it's really just for like something to drink, and like it's hard to gain that trust back.
I'm gonna say thank you guys very much for talking to me. I really appreciate you sharing your story. I told you the whole purpose of this channel, this interview, is prevention through awareness. By you guys having the courage to share your story, you can actually help a young person out there from not coming out here to begin with, okay? Preventing them from coming out here, because that's easier to help than by helping you guys to get well, right? It's just easier,
Yeah.
right?
While we were walking up, I said, I hope somebody sees this video and they take something from it. I mean, it's better if you hear it from someone else than you personally go through it. So
Absolutely. You should be proud of yourselves, and your family should be proud of you for trying to save somebody's life. But you know whose life you need to save? Your own as well. You guys seem like you're in love. You have that passion towards each other. Please lift each other up, right?
thank you.
Instead of bringing each other down into destruction and darkness, lift each other up into the light and ask for help. I'm gonna give you my card with my number on it, so you can call me if you ever need a right of treatment or if you ever need somebody to talk to. I believe in you, okay? You guys do matter, okay? Not everybody hates you or dislikes you, okay? You have family, you have children. I think there's hope in recovery. I think where there's life, there's hope, and I see a lot of potential in you folks, okay? But you guys have to believe in yourselves more than anybody else, okay? So I'm also gonna hand you a donated blessing bag from one of my subscribers. Her name is Shorty. If you could look at that bag really quick and tell me if those are items that you could use.
Yeah, for sure. Keep
Yeah,
us cool
definitely.
with thank you, Shorty,
Thank you.
for this bag.
There's also a little letter.
First, I want to say thank you for accepting this blessing bag. My family and Natalie helped me make it for you. I only ask that you do me a favor and say a prayer for me as I battle my struggles with depression, anxiety, and awful thoughts as well. When you can, please pay it forward and bless someone by simply being a friend and helping someone in need. I hope these items help out a little. Be safe, and please call Art to go to treatment. We really do care and are praying for you.
Love,
and yeah,
Shorty.
be nice. It doesn't cost a damn penny. So
Thank you guys very much. We'll talk soon, okay?
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.